Alright, team. New week, new Odyssey. What have we got? Bolts and beams? Okay, okay. Pure energy versus balloons. Not even a contest. What have we got? Ooh, why do they always like finishing on expert maps now? Anyway. Middle of the road, hard standard, 2,000 to start with, 15 to 60. Followed by Alpine Run, hard standard, 3 to 60. 650 to start with. 200% ceramic health, no selling. That's fine. Haunted ABR, 3 to 65, 1,200 to start with. And Dark Path, hard standard, 4 to 70, 1,000 to start with. Plus 40% balloon and Moab speed. Oh, I didn't even realize that this was Dark Path and not Park Path. Whoops. And then Dark Castle, hard standard, 3 to 80. Everything is camouflaged. Okay. Well, at least they're giving us a decent amount to start off with on some of those maps. Right. What are our towers? What have we got? Get rid of everything. Start from the bottom. We have a good chunk of magic towers. Obyn's my favorite. Not Ben. Obyn. Obyn. Pure energy, eh? Okay. That's certainly gonna help. Damn. It's been a while since I've used fucking any of these towers, because honestly I think they're kind of shit. We definitely won't need that many. I'll use like one, maybe. None of these maps are really great for water, honestly. So I'm thinking about maybe just one sub, multiple helis. Chuck in some soups. Yeah, Dartling Gunner, sure. Oh, actually, yeah, Dartling Gunner for sure. Do we have any way to make money? Don't think we do. Kind of shitty. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll go for Etienne. Global camo detection. Because all of these guys don't necessarily have built-in camo detection, right? Right? Because Wizard top path, no camo detection, so if I wanted to cross with the middle path, I could. Druid, fuck all camo detection until the top path, 5th tier. Engineer Monkey, no camo detection at all unless you go middle path. Submarine top path does have camo detection, I believe. Yep, 3rd upgrade, so that's fine. But, you know, Heli top path doesn't necessarily have camo detection unless you cross path into it. Super Monkey, same thing. Dartling Gunner, same thing. So I'm thinking if we get Etienne out here, that'd be pretty good. I'm just wondering if there's any sort of downsides to that. Etienne doesn't have a camo detection immediately, but Obyn never gets it. Obyn just gets big trees and spiky bushes. Does that beat giving everybody camo detection at some point in time? Is it weird that I'm thinking it might? You know what? I'm sticking with Obyn. Fuck it. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, take me back. I don't think I even picked enough towers to fill out the whole team. Hold up. I'm a little trigger happy. Did I pick enough towers to fill out the whole team? No, I had 2 more spaces. One for you and one for you. There we go. Okay, now we can start. Sorry. Just want to make sure if on the 5th map I'm like, why the fuck did I not bring a 2nd sub or an engineer monkey? That would make my life so much easier. Then I have no excuse. And I'll just admit that I suck ass at the game if that happens. Alright, Obyn there. Camo detecting something or other soonish after. Probably here. Yeah. See, that's the immediate annoying part. I really want to go for a 022. Shit. Fine. Fine. Wall of fire. I guess that's why I brought 6, right? If I really want to, I can spend some just doing whatever. But we will be pretty weak to camo perps, come to think of it. Let's get Arcane Blast. I imagine that does something. I suppose we have this for camo purples, which is helpful, but it's not going to keep me alive forever against them. Okay. Would be nice to have some form of money making, but at the same time I understand why you can't just hand that sort of shit out. Especially if you are trying to make it a difficult Odyssey without making it an insane one. Mastery's pretty good. That range buff is incredibly handy. And you know what? Because I honestly don't change my strategies around all that much, this is good for me to test out, like, towers as if they're completely new to me, right? Because a good chunk of these towers have probably been massively reworked or even changed completely since I last played or used them, and so it'll be interesting to find out if my opinion of them have changed. Oh yes, we've already got lead popping power. It's called our boy Obyn. Bang bang. Bang bang bang. Okay. Do we save up for an arcane spike? No, that seems a little too much to go for at this time. I think we just go for maybe a laser cannon. Laser cannon's pretty cheap, pretty effective, pretty destructive. Blows up entire buildings sometimes. You never know. Oh, why does it feel like it's been fucking ages since I've recorded one of these videos, huh? Why does it feel like that? I don't know. Maybe it just feels weird today because I haven't gone to work. My space-time continuum's all out of whack because today is a public holiday. Because we are celebrating... Remembering? I guess remembering's better. Remembering Anzac Day. Well, today is Anzac Day, but it's sort of like an anniversary type. Anyway, essentially it's about a war that happened ages ago involving a lot of Australians and New Zealanders that died protecting the values of Australia. I don't know nearly enough about it to be giving you a full rundown on how the war went, but essentially it was big and devastating, and a lot of Australian and New Zealand soldiers died, and so now we commemorate and remember them on this date. And we also get the day off of work, so I feel like regardless of how you feel about the war itself, you're pretty pleased about the day off, which, you know, is, you know, it may be considered something like, oh, that's a terrible thing, so, you know, like, you should learn about and celebrate the lives of those that we lost and things like that, but, like, you know, if we didn't have this day, lots of people would grow up not fucking knowing anything about it whatsoever. Whereas it's sort of now a record-holding... I just realized I bought this to help me with my camo purple problem, and I just deleted its camo purple popping power capabilities. Let's just do this. Oh, why do you get to be a 555? What the hell? But yeah, so essentially, I had the day off today. Really threw me out of my rhythm. Because usually I don't have the day off. And I go to work and I come back and I've got plenty of things to grumble and groan about while I play through the Odyssey. But this time, no. Yesterday was fairly chill. Monday I've got a few gripes with, so we can talk our way through that. And Saturday, I've got a couple of gripes with, but honestly it's not as bad as the last Saturday. But yeah, Monday, that was annoying. That was really annoying. So essentially, and it wasn't even annoying in terms of like so many difficult problems popped up, it was actually a very incredibly buttery smooth day. Like, it's potentially the smoothest day I've ever experienced at my workplace in terms of work and difficulty. And that says a lot when you find out why I think it was a shit day. So essentially, it was a buttery smooth day. Work was chill. All the problems got solved pretty early on. You know, there was no major issues, nothing ruining the progress of our day and us getting home on time. However, best friend number 1 didn't show up at work. Booked the day off, right? Best friend number 2 didn't show up at work. Wasn't rostered on, right? That sucks. But you know what? You can't help that. If you're not rostered on, you're not rostered on. That sucks, but what can you do, right? Now that the best friends are out of the way, right? I wouldn't say best. Top 10 best workers, number 1, that I communicate with often, was in meetings all day. Right? Top 10 sources of information for me to go to when I have a problem, also in meetings all day. You know what that left me with? You know what that actually left me with on Monday? Me, myself, and I, and people that I don't really communicate with all that often. Which really fucking sucks. And no, I wasn't stressing out the whole day being like, oh god, I'm not gonna have anyone to answer my problems or fix my questions or anything like that. No. Oh, I forgot this was a little robot thing that I get. That wasn't my problem either. My problem was I had fucking no one to talk to. Holy shit. Like, it sucks so much when you've got a work day without anyone you normally communicate with in terms of just like having a good time communications or like professional communications if they're your go-to person to be like, hey, I'm kind of stuck here, what the fuck do I do? Like, I didn't get stuck at all that day. But damn, I was dead on the inside that day. Like, holy shit. I was just a mindless little worker drone working as hard as I could and as fast as I could so that I could end the suffering that was that day and move on to a better one. Which happened to be yesterday. But, oh, Monday was horrible. Like, nothing went wrong, like I said, but somehow it's worse going to work and not having any of the people that I normally chat with there. Even if the day does go really smoothly and really well, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. Right. Here's the plan. This right here is going to be our cheap and effective lead pop-up. We're going to make him a 022. And he's just going to tear ass through everything, including lead balloons. Then we're going to get another one further down here that's going to blow up Moabs. But yeah, Monday just sucked, man. It just sucked. There's no fun to be had at all. And you know what's even worse? Like the other week or so. And my boss essentially came up to me and was just like, hey, I see you chatting to one of your best friends at work sort of thing. And he was just like, this isn't any sort of disciplinary action or anything like that. This isn't even going to be written up as like a note anywhere at all. And I was just like, okay. And he was like, yeah, but I just thought I'd let you know that if other workers see you communicating with that person a lot, they will assume you're not helping or you're doing nothing. And I'm just like, huh, okay, kind of figured that much, but alright, sure. Right, and then the day where I basically ran the whole of production by myself, that boss comes in after his stupid meetings all day, and he goes to me, man, you really ran that well. Like, you were on your own, but you fucking smashed it, man. That was really good. And I was just like, don't do that to me again. He's like, what? What do you mean? I was like, I was bored out of my fucking mind. And he just looks at me and he's like, yeah, you were working all day. And I was like, yeah, and I couldn't chat with anyone. He was like, exactly. Wasn't that, like, couldn't you feel the efficiency, how perfect that was? And I was like, fuck no, I hated it. Every fucking second of it. He's like, oh really? You looked happy. And I was like, no. Oh. I tried to tell my boss this ages ago, but I think it's just slipped past his fucking mind. But I said to him, I was like, hey, I want you to know, the only reason I'm still here is because of the people. I'm not here because I enjoy what I do. I'm not here because, you know, I'm aiming to climb the ranks and strive for higher achievements and shit like that. If my friends all left the workplace at the same time, I'd be fucking gone right there with them. Like, no hesitation. I'd be like, right, well, I'm out too. Bye, this won't be fun without them. See ya. Right? And yet he's just like, well, look at that. If we restrict, well, they didn't plan for this to happen, but they were just like, well, look at that, you know? Without you chatting to all these people and things like that, they just goes by buttery smooth, no hiccups, no issues. And I was just like, on the one hand, yes, I can agree. If I don't have people to chat to or talk to, I'll probably be slightly more efficient in my job, right? I agree with that. However, I will hate my job 20 times as much, and the likelihood that I'll quit my job skyrockets, right? And on top of that, let's see, best friend number 1, best friend number 2, communications person that I go to, and questions person that I go to, right? I'd wager all 4 of them are like top 10 workers in production. What the fuck does it say about them if all 4 of them can be missing and somehow the day goes really fucking well with no hiccups? Like, I get it, they're focusing it on me just being like, wow, look at you go, super efficient. But what does it say about them when they're not here and things go really fucking well? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if I brought this up in the last Odyssey, but Saturday last week, no, Saturday the week before was shit. Very, very shit. Essentially, a bunch of boxes had to be put on hold and fixed up after production had finished. And I was the one to figure all that shit out and you know, get it organized and fixable, right? I was just dicking around until I found something that worked. And I did eventually find something that worked, which was great. But, yeah, so essentially the same problem happened again last Saturday. Well, not the exact same problem, but a very similar problem. And once again, I had to be the one to fix it because, fucking hell, the other people that were trying to fix it had no clue. But yeah, so I essentially figured out how to fix it, got it all fixed up and good to go. And, yeah, I just don't get it. I don't know why I really brought this point up at all, to be honest. But, I don't know. Sometimes I do think, like, if I wasn't there on that Saturday or the other Saturday, how many people would end up crying? I know at least one, and I can I know exactly who. No, maybe 2 actually, come to think of it. Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing to me because there's been so many different times at work, and I feel like this is just my sort of chill manner in reacting to things. Like, don't get me wrong, I have shit days at work, but I don't take it out on anyone, and I definitely don't let it show. Because I've just, and I told my boss this, and he didn't know really how to respond to it, but he was just like, one day, he was just like, wow, today was really stressful, but it looked like you could handle yourself really well. Like, were you stressed out at all, or like, how did you stay calm the whole way, or were you like internally stressing? And I was just like, oh no stress. And he's like, wow, that's impressive, how do you do it? And I'm just like, you see, I've just gotten to the point where I expect this company to fail and for things to go wrong constantly, and so when it does, I'm not surprised, and I just deal with it. And he just sort of looked at me like, wait, what? And I'm just like, yeah, I expect this company to not do very well, and so when it happens, I'm not surprised. And on top of that, I really don't care if the problem doesn't get fixed, because why should I? I'm gonna be going home at some point, and I'm gonna be forgetting that this day ever happened. And he just sort of looks at me like, so you don't care enough to stress? And I'm just like, essentially, yeah. He was like, oh, okay. And then that was the end of the conversation. It was kind of beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll work my ass off for the company to do well and stuff, and for me to earn my pay. But if something's above my pay grade, why the fuck would I stress about it? I'll just send the appropriate messages up the chain of command and be like, fucking figure it out. You know, give orders back to me if you do. Otherwise, I'm going home at some point. Anyway, that's been Bolts and Beams Part 1. Pure Energy versus the Balloon's not even a contest. Part 2, as usual, will be out tomorrow. Haunted, Dark Path, and Dark Castle ready to be crushed. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.